Good afternoon, everyone. We are doing chapter climate, and this is the second last topic of the chapter, that is the season. When we are talking about the season, that means rhythm of seasons, and it is associated with the hot weather season, cold weather season, advancing monsoon, and retreating monsoons. As India is having the monsoon type of climate, which is characterized by a distinct seasonal pattern. And in India, the weather conditions greatly change from one season to the other. And these changes are particularly noticeable in the interior parts of the country, but the coastal areas do not experience much variation in temperature, though there is variation in rainfall pattern. Now, how many seasons are experienced in our places? I think you all are aware about this. So we can divide seasons into four categories, and that is the cold weather season, the hot weather season, the advancing monsoon, and the retreating monsoon with some regional variations. Now, one by one, we will discuss about individually about the seasons. Now, first we'll start with the cold weather season. If we are talking about the cold weather season, it extends from December to February. Normally, cold weather season begins from mid-November in northern India and stays till February. Vertical sun rays shift towards southern hemisphere, North India, in which we are also living, experiences intense cold, whereas this season is not well defined in South India. Light wind blow makes this season pleasant in South India. Occasional tropical cyclone visit eastern coast in this season. Now we'll start about the different concept of this season. As we told you about, this season begins from mid-November in northern India and stays till February. December and January are the coldest months. As we experience, the temperature decreases from south to the north. The average temperature in Chennai on the eastern coast is between 24 degrees Celsius to 25 degrees Celsius, while in the northern plains, it ranges from 10 to 15 degrees Celsius. Days are warm and nights are cold. Frost is common in north, and the higher slopes of the Himalayas experience snowfall. During this season, that means the winter, the northeast trade winds prevail over the country and blow from land to sea, and hence for most part of the country it is a dry season. Some amount of rainfall also occurs on the Tamil Nadu coast from these winds, as here they blow from sea to land. But in the northern part of the country, it is a feeble high pressure region develops with light winds moving towards from the area influenced by the relief, and these winds blow through the Ganga Valley from the west and the northwest. The weather is normally marked by clear sky, low temperatures, and low humidity and feeble variable winds. You just see in the map also how these winds occur. Now, What are the main characteristics of the winter season? When we are talking about the winter season, as we live in the northern plains, there is the inflow of cyclonic disturbances from the west and the northwest. These low pressure systems from the Mediterranean Sea and the Western Asia and move into India along with the westerly flow, which is locally known as Mahavat, because they cause the winter rains over the plains and snowfall in the mountains. Although the amount of rainfall is small and it is important for the cultivation of rabi crops, but the peninsular region does not have a well-defined cold season. There is hardly any noticeable seasonal change in temperature pattern during winters due to the moderating influence from the sea. So now you just see winter, that is cold. Normally, children dress warmly to play in the snow. Animals heat their wings at home. Now we will discuss about hot weather season. If we are talking about hot weather season, that is summer season, it extends from March to May. Vertical sun rays shift towards northern hemisphere. Temperature rises gradually from south to north. Highest temperature experiences in Karnataka in March, Madhya Pradesh in April, and Rajasthan in May. Now we'll discuss about hot weather season due to the apparent northward movement of the sun. The global heat belt shifts northward. So from March to May, it is hot weather season in India. In March, the highest temperature is about 38 degrees Celsius in the Deccan Plateau. In April, temperatures in Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh are around 42 degrees Celsius. In May, 45 degrees Celsius temperature is common in northwestern part of the country. In peninsular India, temperatures remain lower due to the moderating influence of the oceans. As the summer months experience rising temperature and falling air pressure in the northern part of the country. Towards the end of May, the elongated low pressure area develops in the region, extending from the Thar Desert in the northwest to Patna and Chota Nagpur Plateau in the east and southeast. Circulation of air begins to set in around this throw. And now, features of the hot weather season. An important feature of the summer season is the loop. These are strong, gusty, hot dry winds blowing during the day over the north and northwestern India. Sometimes they even continue till late in the evening, and direct exposure to these winds may even prove to be fatal. Dust storms are very common during May in northern India. These storms bring temporary relief as they lower the temperature and may bring light rain and cool breeze. This is also the season for localized thunderstorms associated with violent winds, and in West Bengal, these storms are known as Kal Baisakhi. By the close of summer season, pre-monsoon showers are common, especially in Kerala and Karnataka, which help them in the early ripening of mangoes and commonly known as mango showers. Now, the important features of summers: long hot days, summer fruit and vegetables are ready to pick. You can easily pick. You see many bees and butterflies fly flower to flower. Now, next season is advancing monsoon, or we can say rainy season, southwest monsoon season. It extends from June to September. Intense heating in northwest India creates low pressure region, and low pressure attract the wind from the surrounding region. After having rains for a few days, sometime monsoon fails to occur for more or 1 week is known as break in monsoon. As we have already discussed about, monsoon winds originate from two branches, Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branches. That is the onset of southwest monsoon. Now, by early June, the low pressure conditions over the North Plains intensifies, which attracts the trade winds of the southern hemispheres. These southeast trade winds originate from over the warm subtropical areas of the southern oceans. These winds cross the equator and blow in a southwesterly direction, entering the Indian Peninsula as a southwest monsoon. As these winds blow over warm oceans, they bring abundant moisture to the subcontinent, and these winds are strong and blow at an average velocity of 30 km per hour, with the exception of the extreme northwest. The monsoon winds cover the country in about a month, as the inflow of the southwest monsoon into India brings about a total change in the weather conditions, as the Western Ghats receives heavy rainfall, more than 250 centimeter. The rain shadow areas like Deccan Plateau and parts of Madhya Pradesh also receives rain. The northeastern part of the country receives the maximum rainfall. Mawsynram in the southern range of the Khasi Hill receives the highest average rainfall in the world. Rainfall in the Ganga Valley decreases from the east to the west. Rajasthan and parts of Gujarat get scanty rainfall. Now, breaks in rainfall. Another important phenomena of advancing monsoon is associated with the monsoon is its tendency to have breaks in rainfall. So it has wet and dry spells. In other words, we can say the monsoon rains take place only for a few days at a time. They are interspersed with rainless intervals. These breaks in monsoons are related to the movement of the monsoon trough. and for various reasons. The trough and its axis keep on moving northward or southward, which determines the spatial distribution of rainfall. When the axis of the monsoon trough lies over the plains, rainfall is good in these parts. On the other hand, whenever the axis shifts closer to the Himalayas, there are longer dry spells in the plains and widespread rain occur in the mountainous catchment areas of the Himalayan rivers. These rivers, these heavy rains brings in their wake devastating floods in many parts, causing damage to life and property. The frequency and intensity of tropical depressions too determine the amount and duration of monsoon rains. These depressions form at the head of the Bay of Bengal and cross over to the mainland. Sometimes it causes heavy floods in one part and droughts in another part, and disturbs the farming schedules of millions of farmers all over the country.